What's up, Motobrats? It's Special Guardia, and today we're gonna do the part 3 of What If Goku Married Android 18. So, if you guys don't know what the other two parts represent, go to the playlist. I'm not tagging it all. Just go to the playlist in my playlist section, and you can find both the videos. But if you don't understand what I said in that video, I'll just explain it quickly what happened, a recap of sorts. So, anyways, without any further ado, let's get watching. So this the story starts after the King Piccolo saga, just after it. The androids were released early, a lot early in fact, to kill Goku, and only Android 8 and Android 10, I mean Android 9 and Android 10, or Lapis Lazuli, or from what we know, Android 8, Android 17 and Android 18. Both of them were released to kill Goku, but Dr. Zero programmed them wrong. In Android 10 or Android 18's programming, he put love Son Goku because he was daydreaming about finally getting to love someone because he didn't really get that opportunity. And in Android 9 or Android 17, as we know him, he typed just Son Goku, so there was no killing intent with them. And when when Dr. Zero told both of them to kill Son Goku, Android 10 killed Zero, and yeah, that's that. And they both went to Goku. I mean, Goku was going to grab his whole power pole, and Goku grabbed his power pole, took both of them to Bulma to or have that bomb removed because he thinks that they both have the bomb because his interaction with Eater was the same. So he took them to the bomb to Bulma, and she took out the bomb, but she couldn't see the programming because it was high level security and she couldn't get passed through it somehow. I mean, this was not allowed. This I didn't even say this in the first part. I'm just saying it now for more clear understanding. So if you guys don't even see the part 1 and part 2, it's not a big deal. So you can just start with this part 3. So after that, both of them decided that they're gonna stay with Goku. I mean, they're gonna go where Goku goes, and Goku decides, to go to Kami and train with him. And both of the androids, who now we know as Lapis and Lazuli, both go with Goku to train with Kami. And 3 years pass with Goku going more powerful in canon than in canon. Okay, so in both the parts, I said that the androids were stronger than Goku, but after thinking some time, I decided that that's not going to be the case. They both are all 3 of them are going to be in the same power level, 1200. Okay, when Goku, I mean when what is his name? Both the androids were released. Their power level was 500, and Goku was I think 265. And Goku having Zenkai boosts and his potential being more powerful, so he was able to catch up to them very quickly. And Android Lapis and Lazuli doesn't have their potential unlocked like in canon because they were released immediately, but they do have the infinite engine. So that's that. And they all come back to the 23rd martial arts tournament, and this time when Chi-Chi tries to ask Goku to marry her, Goku already has a girlfriend. So Goku just points it out, and Chi-Chi gets mad, saying that Goku promised her that she would marry her, but then Goku says that I thought it was food. Chi-Chi gets sad, but Krillin comforts her and asks her number, and she gives, and they both start dating. That's that. And then by the matches, instead of Kami going this time, Android 18 goes. Lazuli starts. Lapis doesn't really care about this tournament. He just wants to fight with Goku. That's all there is to it, and he knows that this tournament ain't gonna be that big, so he just stays back. And when Lazuli fights Piccolo, Lazuli easily beats him, and beats the shit out of him and then seals him. So no Piccolo Jr. for the rest of the entire whole Dragon Ball, and this is going to be a very big change. Now after that, both both Goku and Android 18 fight in the final match, which Goku just barely wins because Goku is just Goku. Both of them don't go all out; they just go and they draw. So the winner is decided between Goku and Android 18. So both of them say that they will accept the prize equally, and both of them are champions. So that's that. 5 years pass and Gohan is born, but this Gohan is way different, way different. And oh yeah, Krillin and Chi Chi also marry a year after Goku and Android 18 marry, because I mean they go Chi Chi and Krillin needed to talk a bit and think about where they should marry or not. So that took almost a year, but they decided to marry and gave birth to Maron. But this Maron is nothing like the Maron because she's full human. She's not half android, half human, something like that. I mean, the last Maron was also half human. No, she was full human. But anyways, let's continue. Gohan is quarter human, human. No, half human, quarter android, and quarter human. So basically, he has the power of Saiyan, the infinite energy. He doesn't have it implanted on him, but for just this series, I'm gonna make a correction. That Gohan gets the infinite engine, like for example, a KK Genkai from Naruto. So from one guy to another guy, it just passes down. So just like that. Now, what is his name? Gohan gets Goku Saiyan blood, and Android 18's infinite engine. So basically Gohan is super powerful, but we are not gonna cover Gohan first, but let's go to cover the main protagonist of the story, Android 18 and Goku. Both of them quickly realize that they are short on money, but Android 18 is different from Chi Chi. Chi really doesn't care about the entire whole this thing, what the study and earn money thing. She just thinks that she knows that Goku loves fighting more than anything. So she wants Goku to earn money through his own fashion instead of just harboring fruits and vegetables, kind of like that. And due to that, Goku joins the 24th martial arts tournament. I don't know when it was, but due to the stadium not being damaged, kind of stuff like that, it starts 3 years after the original one, and Gohan sees how strong his dad is and he wants to be just like him. And when Gohan is 4 years old, when Gohan is 3 years old, they start training him. Just basic martial arts, just basic martial arts. But quickly they realize that Gohan's potential is huge. It's like, damn, it's super high. So they are Goku, and when Gohan is born, Lazuli couldn't train for a bit, but then she started training. Goku and Lazuli and Lapis always train, because I don't know what else they will do. And Goku just goes around the world, traveling with his family, earning money with his family instead of just making Gohan study, kind of like that. So they start from scratch, and they are both of them understand each other. So yeah. But then Raditz comes, and in the reunion they all call for the Roshi calls for a reunion, and all of the people come except for Yamcha. Tenshinhan comes because Tenshinhan won't come. Tenshinhan, Chaozu, and Yamcha won't come, and Puar also, I guess. But we have three extra members, which is four extra members. Chi Chi, her daughter Maron, then what's his name? Lazuli and Lapis. There are 4 extra people, and even though Krillin trains, he doesn't fully stop like Goku. He trains. With Goku, he sometimes comes to his house and starts training, because Chi Chi realizes that due to both of them being best friends, Krillin has this urge to be at the level with Goku, because Goku is going ahead and again a lot, because Chi Chi kind of knew that Goku and Krillin were at equal first, but Goku is a lot ahead of Krillin right now. So Krillin sometimes comes and Goku sometimes goes, so they both have their spots and both of them know the kids. And they both of the best, since both of them are best friends for life. Their family also come together to eat kind of stuff like that. And oh, by the way, Lapis is staying with the group. He doesn't go to the ranger thing because he wants to stick with his nephew and his wife and his brother-in-law because it's interesting. Then after that, Naruto, Raditz comes and says his whole speech about him, Goku being a Saiyan and kind of stuff like that. Raditz tries to recruit Goku, but Goku says nah. Raditz tries to pick Gohan, but yeah, that guy doesn't go well to Raditz. We have Goku, Android 18, Lazuli and Lapis. And Lapis is kind of fond with Gohan because, he's his nephew after all, so yeah. They wipe the shit out of Raditz and kill him instantly. But before he dies, he still makes his whole whole speech about Vegeta and Nappa coming, and they're like, sure, why not? And they don't know what to do. They take Raditz's words. They are at a power level of 4500 currently. So they just take Raditz's words. They don't know what to do. All of them go to Kami, and Kami suggested that they can't train here because, well, their power is too high for Kami to train right now. So Kami suggests King Kai, and they don't know who to go. And King Kai manages to to make what is his name? King Yama send 4 people. Just 4. King Kai can only teach 4. They don't know who to send, but Goku decides that he's going to make a family trip to the other world. And yeah, all 4 of them, Gohan, Lazuli, Lapis and Goku all go to the King Kai's planet. Gohan is super into fighting right now because he's just like his dad, and his mom also encourages fighting, so he really doesn't have to study. He can just fight like his dad all the time. And he wants to fight like this Saiyans. Oh, by the way, Gohan's power level is 700. That's not big, but yeah, that's more than what Goku's was. So yeah. A year passed with all of them learning Kaioken, even Gohan. It's like a family Kaioken. And after that, they come back to Earth and they fight a Vegeta, Nappa. And Gohan fights Nappa because he wants to test his strength. And he's like, sure, why not? Android 18 steps up. Android 18 Lazuli wants to step up, but Goku and Lapis stop her because they want to know what Gohan what's Gohan's power is. Lazuli doesn't want her baby boy to get hurt, but she knows that if Gohan wants to become a fighter, he needs to have the experience. And Nappa thinks that they are mocking him, but yeah, Nappa, you're not gonna live soon. Gohan instantly kills him. Gohan doesn't have remorse for killing him because he has his father's side and his mother's side. His father didn't, because of Android 18's influence, he doesn't care about killing. If he needs to kill, he will kill. He will not spare anyone because he has already training partners like his wife and his brother-in-law and his son right now. So yeah, his life is in super condition. And Vegeta is surprised about the kid killing his a top elite one. And Vegeta comes in and Kakarot goes up and both of them fight. And Goku's base form is enough to overpower Vegeta. Goku compliments that he didn't need to go that 1 year of harsh training just to be disappointed like this. Vegeta's angry and he uses his great ball to turn into the Ozaru. Goku says now, that's more like it. Oh, and by the way, Goku didn't cut his tail and didn't even Gohan because Android 18 thought that Lazuli thought that Goku with his tail has the charm. So yeah, and she didn't let Goku or Kami cut Goku's tail, and Goku was like, yeah, sure, why not? And basically Goku, uses Kaioken times 3, which is Goku's power level is 40,000 right now, and Kaioken times 3 is basically 120,000. And yeah, Goku is basically shitting on his, what is his name, Vegeta. Goku can go to times 4, but he's just going to times 3. Doesn't want to go to times 4. Times 4 is his limit, so he just goes to times 3 and beats the crap out of Vegeta. And the Android 18 says that he needs to finish it. And Goku begrudgingly uses the Kamehameha, and before Vegeta could die, he says all about Frieza, kind of stuff like that, and dies. And that's where was the last part ended. And now let's continue. 15 minutes of recap, that's kind of good. If you guys didn't watch the part 1 and part 2, most of you guys have watched it, but anyways, let's continue. So after hearing the whole Frieza thing, and Kakarot is Goku's kind of interested, but he really doesn't care about that. So yeah, he does his job. And due to Dragon Balls not being mentioned, and no one dying, they don't need to go to Namek, or Frieza doesn't need to go to Namek. But Frieza comes to Earth because when he heard in the scouter that Vegeta was telling Kakarot about him, so he wanted to see who this Kakarot guy was. So yeah, and Vegeta, they didn't know that each of them was coming. It was 2 years after the whole incident. It was, I think, the same time when Trunks comes. Yeah, it was the same time when Trunks comes. No, a year after. A year after the entire whole 1.5 years. No, wait a second. Let me ask this. From the Saiyan saga to when Trunks arrived, how much year passes? The entire Namek arc happened in 2 months. Then 1.5 years with Namek. Yeah, I think it's approximately 2 years. So approximately 2 years, Frieza comes, and Goku and his family are training hardly. They want to be the Supreme. They don't train that hardly like they did, but they just train like they mean it. And Goku doesn't know what to do right now. So, and Bulma is back together with Yamcha because he wants to get married right now, because yeah, that's that. And both of them get married, and Trunks is born, but Trunks here is weak. Too weak, he isn't even a Saiyan, man. And Goku and Frieza comes. Frieza comes to Earth and with this entire army to see what the people of Earth are made of. So, he doesn't bring King. He also brings King Cold just for fun, to annihilate this planet of the last Saiyans standing. There are 2 Saiyans that he got in the information. Trunks also comes, and he senses the power levels of Frieza, King Cold. He thinks it's the same timeline, but then he senses even more big power levels. There's nothing there's not any good. There's Gohan's power level, but it's similar but quite different. Trunks doesn't know what it is, so all of Trunks goes to the place meets, and then when he sees his jaw drops, his heartbeat for a second skipped a beat. He sees Android 17 and Android 18. He wants to make his move. He thought that he's late or something, but he wants to see what really is, if this is even his timeline or not. So then Frieza and King Cold make their entrance, and Goku says that he'll fight Frieza and Android 18 and Android Lapis and Lazuli say that they'll fight King Cold, and Gohan and the other Z fighters say that they'll manage small troops, and all of them start fighting. Trunks is fishing. He doesn't even know what the hell is going on right now. Yeah, he can see all the Z fighters fighting against this robot. Gohan is fighting against the troops. That should happen in Namek, but why is it happening now? He just doesn't know because Piccolo sealed. So yeah, that Kami doesn't die. Kami can't die right now. And yeah, Goku is fighting with Frieza, second form Frieza, easily defeating him with Kaioken's times 2. Goku can go to Kaioken's time 10. He can't go to Kaioken times. He can go to Kaioken times 20 easily. He doesn't have that much difficulty. He just doesn't know what the fish is going on here. Android 18 or Android 17 is fighting cold. I mean, what the hell, man? From what his mother told, Goku was the one who came here, but at the cost of some people dying, and then he saved both of them by using the Super Saiyan. But Goku is just using Kaioken. His mother told him about the Kaioken. I mean, Goku used the Kaioken with Frieza. Goku used the Kaioken with. Gohan told Trunks about the Kaioken of Goku. Goku is just using Kaioken against Frieza. Trunks is fucking confused, man. And the battle happens. Gohan and the other Z fighters wipe out all the troops easily. I mean, not easily. They have a little difficulty because, they are not that strong. But in these 2 years, they realized that even the kid is stronger than them. So they all came, and even Chi-Chi doesn't start fighting. Only Krillin is there fighting. So that's that. He just doesn't understand what the hell is happening right now. Android 18 and Android 17, Lapis Lazuli finish off Cold, which angers Frieza. He just like, you know what, I'm going to my final form. Goku says sure, go on, and he uses final form to 120,000. Goku's base power level was around at this time is around 120,000, and with Kaioken times 10 on top of it, it's 12,000, right? That's 12,000. Goku goes to Kaioken times 20 because he knows that he's screwed up. He was just dominating Frieza right now in his third form, and he's screwed up. And he's fighting with all his time, but Frieza is just dominating him like hell, dominating him. But Android 18, comes to say Frieza beats up Goku badly. Everyone sees, they just don't know what to do. And Frieza prepares a death beam to fire Goku, but Android 18, Lazuli comes in between and takes the shot. Trunks is like, what the he was just having suspicious of this too. Why were they here at this time? But this is super weird. Why would two androids who were programmed to kill Goku now save Goku? They just don't freaking understand. And then Trunks sees Goku is in rage? But why? Goku goes Super Saiyan. Trunks can't just comprehend what the fish is going on right now. He just can't understand what the hell is going on right now. Goku and Frieza start fighting, and Goku dominates. Completely destroys Frieza. And Goku doesn't spare Frieza. Okay, Goku just kills Frieza. After a couple of minutes thinking that Android 18 died, she says that she needs a Senzu Bean. Krillin comes and gives her a Senzu Bean, and she recovers. And Goku hugs her. No? Gohan comes and hugs her. Then Android 17 hugs her. What the? Okay, he can kind of comprehend that the Android 17 and 18 are fighting with their side. But what is this hug and hug? Are they married? Trunks has, and Trunks, finally introduces himself with a little suspicious. He's suspicious about Android 18 and Android 19 and Android 20, but he doesn't show suspicious and wants to talk to Goku alone. Goku is like, yeah, sure, fine, why not? And he tells his whole backstory. But when he says he's Vegeta's son, Goku raises an eyebrow. Vegeta's son? What do you mean by Vegeta's son? I killed him. Goku's like, what? I mean, Trunks is like, what? Yeah, yeah, I killed him. Why? Who? Wait a second. Is Trunks in this timeline? Goku, well, yeah, he's the, yeah. Goku, Trunks says, who's the son of Trunks? I mean, who's the parents of Trunks? Goku says, Bulma and Yamcha? I mean, yeah, that was the last straw of Trunks. I mean, he just freaking doesn't know what the hell is happening right now. And Goku, explains to him what all happened. From his meeting to Android 18 and his whole ordeal about declining Chi marrying Krillin, where he killing Nappa, Raditz, and Vegeta, then Frieza coming right now 2 years after the incident. Trunks understands, that he screwed up. He is not in this timeline, but he still gives Goku the heart medicine, saying that he needs to eat it. And Goku's like, yeah, sure, why not? And Goku asks, Trunks asks something which kind of Goku doesn't expect it. Why is Android 18 and I mean, he did explain why did they come. What is their code name? Okay, well, that was the answer. What that's what the Trunks. That's what Trunks wanted to ask. What is their name? Code name. Goku thought for a second and said Android 9 and Android 10. Trunks like, yeah, that's all. And he goes and says, when Goku comes back, Lapis asks what it is, and Goku explains everything. Since Trunks isn't from this timeline and he doesn't need to be born, he just explains each and every detail of Trunks' said. After hearing that Goku's gonna get the heart virus, Android, Lazuli ain't gonna take any chances, and takes Goku home and instantly feeds him day by day, every day. And that's where we're gonna leave for this episode. Oh, by the way, the Android attack doesn't come because Dr. Zero is dead, and that's kind of big-ish situation. So that's all for this episode, guys. If you guys like this video, then like, share, subscribe, do the necessary stuff, and if you don't, I can understand. So if you guys this episode was complicated, then I'm sorry. So peace out.